In this video, I'll show you how to replace an old outlet with the new one.
Before doing anything, make sure the breaker to your outlet is turned off. If you have a voltage tester, you can stick it in the small socket or the hot contact of the outlet and see if it turns red. The flashing just means the device is on. Here's what the tester would look like if the outlet were still live. Otherwise, just plug in a light and see if it turns off when you turn off the breaker. With the power isolated, it's safe to remove the wall plate. Next, undo the 2 screws holding the outlet in the electrical box. In this case, the paint is holding it, so we need to break it free. Now pull the outlet towards you so you can access all the screws and release the wires. This one needs a little cleaning. These wires are wrapped around the screws, but they could also be coming out of these holes in the back. So we'll go over both of these. Now hold the outlet firmly as you undo the screws on the side. As you undo them, you'll notice a resistance increase quite a bit, and if you're able to push past that, you'll be able to pop the screw out, which is usually a lot easier than trying to unhook the wire. So that's the black or the hot wires done. So now to the other side to undo the white or neutral wires. Finally, we just have to disconnect the ground wire, and on this one I couldn't take the screw out, so I'm just having to unhook the wire. And that's our old outlet gone. But if your wires were coming out of the back of the outlet like this, press a small flathead screwdriver into that small rectangular hole, aiming for that little metal tab, and pull the wire out at the same time. The copper on these wires is looking a little dirty and dark, so I'm using a piece of scotch-brite pad to polish them up. This is important because that can affect the connection between the wires and the outlet, potentially causing more resistance, which leads to excess heat, which could potentially cause a fire. The back of our new outlet is very well labeled, and it shows you where to connect the white wires, the hot or black wires, and the ground wire. And as you've seen, the wires can also go in these holes. I'm going to start off by securing the ground wire to the green screw. If you do need to make your own loop, you can use the wire strippers like this. Making sure to follow the indications on the back, I'm hooking these white or neutral wires around the screws, which not only connects them to the outlet, but connects those 2 wires together. Because one brings in the power, and the other is going to another outlet elsewhere in the room. Now I'm rotating the outlet to better access the hot terminals. Normally, you could refer to the strip gauge back here, then you can push them into the holes to make the connections. But because this is a 15 amp outlet, these holes are only made for 14 gauge wires. And the wires that we have coming out of the box are 12 gauge, which means they're larger and won't fit. So that's why we have to wrap them around the screws. And we want these hooks in the wires to go around the screws clockwise, so that way when you tighten the screw, that loop will only get tighter as well. And just like with the neutral or white wires, one of these hot wires is bringing power to the outlet, and the other is bringing it to another outlet elsewhere in the room. So if you did want to push 14 gauge wires into the back, just make sure they're stripped to the right length and push them in. Easy as that. With all the connections made, we can push the wires back into the box and secure the outlet with the screws. Those screws are going through oblong holes, which means you can move the outlet around a bit and make sure that it's going straight up and down. Here's our new screwless wall plate, and to separate it from the base plate inside, pop a flathead screwdriver into this little slit and give it a twist. Here you can see that the base plate has a top side, and you'll want to aim these little screws into these little holes. Using a level, I'm making sure that the outlet is straight up and down, and if it weren't, you could still access those larger screws beneath to straighten the outlet up. Here you can see the wall plate has a top side, and that's because it wants this slit facing down. So pop it over the base plate, press firmly, and hear it snap into place. Now you can flip the breaker back on and go test it. This outlet is tamper resistant, so we can't really check to see if it's working with the voltage tester. So instead, just plug in a light. And there's our new outlet installed.
So if you like videos like this, you might like this one here.